One of my favorite scenes of The Mandalorian Season 3 was the meeting of the Imperial Shadow Council, where we got to see Moff Gideon meeting with Captain Pellaeon and Brindle Hux, heavy hitters in the Imperial Remnant, as well as future members of the First Order. But some fans have been rightfully asking the question, where is Grand Admiral Rae Sloane? If you don't know who she is, she was first introduced as a captain in the Imperial Navy in John Jackson Miller's book A New Dawn. By the time of the Battle of Endor, she had advanced through the ranks to serve as a Vice Admiral on the Star Destroyer Vigilance. After the loss of the Executor and Admiral Piet, Sloane became the highest-ranking officer in the fleet and ordered a retreat after the destruction of the second Death Star. She began attempts to organize what remained of Imperial leadership, which ultimately fell under the command of the mysterious Fleet Admiral Gallius Rax. He promoted Sloane to the rank of Grand Admiral and allowed her to serve as the public face of the Empire while he ruled the Shadow Council behind the scenes. But he was part of Palpatine's contingency plan to destroy the rebellion and the Empire at the Battle of Jakku. Sloane wound up foiling Rax's plans, executed him, and fled into the unknown regions with Brindle Hux and his son Armitage. Since then, we've only ever heard vague mentions of her during the transition of her Imperial faction into the First Order, but books like Phasma and the Last Jedi novelizations certainly seem to place her in the timeline well after The Mandalorian. So why is she not present in the Shadow Council meeting? Has she been written out of the story? I think it's way too early to say that. My current headcanon is that Brindle Hux is serving as the representative of her Imperial faction, the same way Captain Pellaeon is there to represent Thrawn. They're both Grand Admirals after all, they're busy people. They probably don't have time to attend every meeting. Maybe Sloane got tired of going while Thrawn was consistently absent. Brindle Hux absolutely bent the knee to her at the end of the Aftermath books, so his presence as her representative works for me. I'm also hopeful that we will actually see Grand Admiral Sloane in the future. I tend to try to not get my hopes up on stuff like that, but if Cobb Vanth can appear and become a fan-favorite character, anything can happen. He was only in 3 interludes of the Aftermath trilogy. Rae Sloane has been in several books, comics, short stories, and video games. She is one of the most prominent characters outside of the movies and television series. If they're willing to acknowledge the existence of Cobb Vanth when, honestly, I think they could have skipped over him, I think Rae Sloane has to be on the writers' minds. Not to mention, having another Grand Admiral in the mix would offer some good conflict to Thrawn and his return to the galaxy, and the other Imperial warlords seemed eager to usurp him. We could see some infighting over who is the true heir to the Empire. But that's all I've got for today. Just a quick discussion on another great book character that I hope we get to see pop up in live action in the near future. Let me know your thoughts on Rae Sloane and where she might be in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.